A football season is a long haul, and as high school football teams move into the third round of the playoffs, depth is even more important. A test Perrysburg passed in the win over Berea Mid-Park, as Mark Coons and Mike Robinson explained in the Dunn Drive of the Week.
The Dunn Drive of the Week is presented by Dunn Chevy. A great deal is a done deal.
Well, the Perrysburg Yellow Jackets moving on to the regional semifinal as we welcome in Mike Robinson from Game Day Nation. Mike Rob, thanks for joining us for the Dunn Drive of the Week.
You know I like the drive, Mark, and this is one of my favorite drives, and we'll talk about this one here shortly.
Yeah, Yellow Jackets have gotten it done on the ground all season long. They did so in the win over Berea Mid-Park, but they had to rely on their backup quarterback.
You know what they say, you're only as good as your backup, and this backup quarterback played like a star here. So let's go ahead and take a look over here at Perrysburg for the Dunn Drive of the Week. A lot of the times, you see the ball get thrown up in the air, but it's the big fellas that's been helping getting it done right here. Take a look. Who's that in there, number 10? That's your sophomore quarterback. He is Brady Maxwell. Get used to him. He plays a lot of defense for this team, but right now he is being called on the offensive side of the ball. See the big fellas in there getting involved. Mr. Bennett, he has been a heck of a blocker for this team. But you see Josh Tackett's right here. A couple plays go by, and then right there you can see the little bit of grimace right there on his face as he hits the ground with 2 minutes and 52 seconds to go. And they have to go back to the sophomore. You see him right there hobbling to the huddle. What a leader he is. Still trying to coach his players on right before he go ahead and take a seat and get checked out by that medical staff over there. Take a look again. Who is it again? Yes, Brady Maxwell making big plays around the outside, trying to help his football team out. And yes, the sophomore is stepping up, and he is being sensational right here again. Take a look. This right here, offensive line in there blocking. Take a look at Zeman and the guys getting nice blocks, allowing the quarterback to get outside, and he's tough right there. And he's not a small guy either. Take a look again. You draw a little bit of motion. What do? Keep the same thing. And you let your guy get up in there. And I'm going to show you something. You look like he got a touchdown, but the referee said no. There was a huge block right here on this play by Mr. Bennett, Dowell, and Gherkin and all those guys. Big blocks by your tight ends and your linemen helping up and setting up these huge plays right here. To getting in there, 1st and goal, give it back to the guy. Let him touch the end zone. They did not pass the ball one time on this play. Field goal attempt, got a little false start, but then you just give the ball right back to your quarterback. Look at Mr. Tackett's right there. That's what you call a leader right there. Still, helping out his troops, rallying these guys, and letting the backup quarterback get his shine, because it may be a show no matter what happens here. You got to love that Josh Tackett still loves his quarterback and helping him out all the way through.
22-0 at that point. Jackets went on to win 25-14. So Perrysburg, they are moving on as they're going to take on the 3-time defending state champions, Lakewood St. Ed's. We saw what St. Ed's did against Whitmer last week at Whitmer. Yeah. Now they're going to take on the Yellow Jackets.
This is going to be a physical battle. And that's one thing that we do know about St. Ed's is that they got a physical team. And so for the Yellow Jackets, they're going to have to find a way to be able to be stout on the defensive side and also creative on the offensive side, because there's some holes and there's a chance to beat them, but you got to give them your best shot.
Division II, Anthony Wayne, they had the nice victory over Sandusky. So the Generals will take on Medina Highland in the regional semifinals.
This is a huge matchup right here. Pretty excited. Medina Highland, very tough physical team. I kind of mirror these two teams with each other, so I think it can go either way. I think Anthony Wayne, the way they played football all season, they just got something about them that might help them get through this.
That's a 2-3 matchup. In Division III, Central Catholic fully expected the Fighting Irish to be there. They're taking on the Lexington Minutemen, the 12 seed. Lexington upset Maumee, then upset Rocky River. Second week in a row, Central's going to play a Minutemen.
Yeah, you know what? I think the upsets are going to end right here because the Irish are just too good up front. They're physical, they're solid. Russian attack has been on point, and this is a game where it should be usual business for the Irish.
Talking about upsets, how about in Division IV, the Napoleon Wildcats? Yes, Napoleon, they are moving on as well, so they'll get Sandusky Perkins, number 1 seed Pirates, against a Napoleon team who hasn't allowed a point in the postseason.
You know, Eggers, these guys have been being so dominant. Trey Rubenstein and those guys, I really love what this football team has. This is a very tough Perkins game, but it's winnable if you just kind of stay focused and locked in. But on the other side of that, Perkins isn't going to let this be an easy game, so this is going to be a fun one to watch on Friday.
Got Milan Edison taking on Eastwood. That'll be an interesting matchup in Division 5, but in Division 6, Ottawa Hills Bluffton. Second year in a row, the Green Bears get the Pirates. Last year they played Napoleon. This year they're playing in Defiance. They just keep pushing this game further out west.
You know what? They just want to see the coldest place they can find for this game, where the westernest place. But you know what? This is going to be a great game again. Ottawa Hills, they had that bitter taste in their mouth from last year. And this Bluffton team, I've watched them a couple times. They're still just as good as they were last year. This is going to be a night of fireworks, because I'll tell you what, that Ottawa Hills offense is explosive, and they do some nice things too.
It'll be another busy Friday night for Game Day Nation, and Game Day Nation overtime fun will begin at 6:30 with tailgate, followed by Game Day Nation at 7, and then overtime at 10:30. Mike Robb, you'll be here with us all Friday night, right?
Absolutely.
All right, looking forward to it. Back to Nicole and Sherwin.